Hello, everybody. Welcome one, welcome all. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Here we are for a Minecraft stream. Kinda. We got some Minecraft related things to do first, and then we'll actually get to playing Minecraft in a little bit after that. I gotta update a setting over here. Hopefully you guys can hear me, right? Yeah, you can. Okay, good. All right. Hello to all of the early chatters. Wait, hold on a second. Wait, why did Rachel thumbs down my stream? What did I do? I'm just kidding, Rachel. I just saw that you typed that. I can't tell if anybody thumbs down my stream. But at first, I see the goose is loose. Welcome, gooses. And also, Cern, you cannot like and dislike the video. Lime green, that's pretty funny, dude. Let me see. Everybody click that like button, give the thumbs up. There's 37 of you in here so far, 23 likes. Yes, Violet was the first one here. Who do we have here for mods? We got Moldy, Snowy, K-Stack, Rachel, the thumbs down queen. Wait, what is she? Fake me out. Stop it. Don't you try to fake me. Ooh. I need to charge my phone. This will not be an incredibly long stream. I am actually already missing out on family time. The wife and the kids just left for her mom's house. But I had to run errands twice today. Like, I was out of the house for about 4 hours. So like I need to make up time. Like, I really wanted to stream today. And that got taken away from me. So now I'm making it up. So we're going to stay live for a couple hours or so. And then I'm going to head over there. I actually feel no thumbs up. You got me hooked on Fortnite. Awesome, Cuban. I actually feel really bad for not being there right away because my sister-in-law, brother-in-law are going to be there with my little two little nieces that I love to death and they love me to death. And I got sent by my sister-in-law a little video of my niece this morning. She's just over 2. Yeah, just over 2 years old. And she was trying to tell her mom, my sister-in-law, that she had a dream about me last night and that we were like having fun and playing. Like, how cute is that? This little 2-year-old girl that I adore dreamed about her uncle Prowl. Prowl, let's get Prowl laptop for sacrificing family time. Hopefully we get there. We get to 1,000 members. I'll get that laptop. But yeah. So that's what I'm missing out on, and I can guarantee you 100% the second she get there, she's going to be asking for me and I'm not going to be there. So that's why, like, instead of staying home and streaming the whole night like I would maybe normally do, like, I'm sorry, I love you guys, but it's Family Friday. Like, I gotta go do Family Friday. Okay. So we've had a little bit of time for people to pop in. I kind of wish there was a little bit more here. Let me do this. I need to refresh my drink. My water's almost gone. Family first always. Yeah, but like, I mean, there is a balance of like, part of family is I have to be able to provide for my family. So like, I can't just like not be here with you guys, I guess. Because like Rachel dropping 5 memberships, like that's the reason why I'm able to provide for my family, because you guys are doing that. And I did some like family tangent stuff earlier, like I had to run and get chemicals for the pool so the kids can swim this evening, and then the pool supposedly has a leak that I'm questioning that it's even there, but my mother-in-law wanted me to go get a new pool that was on sale for like $300 off, like $400 off. Is 50% off. It's the same exact pool that we have out there right now. It's like $400. So then I had to run out and get that big heavy thing and load it in the van by myself and then haul it over her house by myself. So like, those are all family things. You know what I mean? I'm doing these things for the family. So that takes me away from work. And then now I have to spend work and miss different family things. That's just how it works. Everybody give Rachel, let's go. Prowl's a van. Listen, my Mrs. Prowl, she's the type of wife. It's her van, but I had to drive it because that's what we have to fit the pool in. I don't have a truck. I can't afford a truck. I have a Hyundai Sonata as my car, which I'm normally a sports car kind of person, but again, sacrifices, right? It's hard to put kids in the back of a tiny sports car. Anyways, yeah, I had to take her van to go pick up the pool. And she's the type of Mrs. Prowl's the type of like mom that like literally anytime we go anywhere, she packs the entire house into the back of the van. Everything. It all gets packed. Like it looks like we're moving out when we go 5 minutes up the road. Okay? That's just how it is. Glenn Everett with the 5 gifted members. Everybody give Glenn a let's go. Oh man, it did hand out 5. Good. All right, more people have been enabling those memberships. That's awesome. All right. Let me update this. We're about to do our like first activity of the day, guys. So keep that in mind. Also, thanks to like your generosity, I'm going to be buying some new fun things for the stream. It's going to cost me several $100s to buy. And I don't want to spend that money, but I think it's worth it. I'm going to be buying some like LED lights, some strip lights to put like back behind here. Maybe to like illuminate the back of the bed. I don't know. And then like some new lights up here and some new ceiling lights. And they're all going to be hooked in to where like you guys can point redeem changing the color of the room. And I found out that there's a way to make it to where I think gifted members, definitely super chats, like anytime like these things get done, like I can make it like flash the lights or something like that. So it's going to take a while for me to figure out, but I'm going to figure these things out. It's going to be fun for you guys. It'll probably take me like a whole day to do, but it's worth it for you guys to have fun. Rachel again. All right, Rachel, I'm going to ask you to calm down a little bit. If the first 5 was enough, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You don't have to spoil me too much now. All right. I got to update this thing again, apparently. Put that to 15. Also, let me crank your points up. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with the first thing, which is there's this thing behind me. I need to unbox that. I need to unbox it. I already know what's in it. Some of you may have kind of like already guessed, but you're going to see. Did Rachel's? Yes, her memberships the second time got handed out too. That's awesome. Missing one more membership to hand out. Only gave 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3. It did. Oh man, we're running out of people to get members. What I'm gonna ask you guys to do is if you see a white name in here. Oh, Fury. Did Fury get one? He did. Okay. Or they got one. If anybody sees a white name in chat, please nicely ask them to enable gifted memberships so they can get free memberships. Okay, let me go grab my water. I'll be right back. All right, chair has great content. Stop. You guys love the chair stream. I hate you. You're terrible people, all of you. All right. Oh, did I feel like I forgot to adjust the colors on the camera, and things are probably a little bit off. Hold on. Let me go to this screen. Yeah. Hold on. This is just gonna take a second. Yeah, I did not adjust any of this. Hold on. I can like... Yeah, like all the levels are like way out of whack. Okay, that should be pretty good. Okay, that's better. That's better. I need better lighting in here. That's another reason I want to get to like new things. I'm here for the chair. Of course you are. Okay, guys. So we're gonna do the first thing here. Let me grab my package. So I received this from Mojang. Yes, it came in the mail yesterday. I know what it is. You can see too. It's a Chromebook. They sent these out to us because Minecraft now works with Chromebook, so they wanted us to have these to be able to mess around with, to share our experience. And while I'm not going to go through and set it up today, I understand the setup takes a little while. I did not unbox it yet, so I wanted to take it out. We could take a look at it together. Okay. And I need to figure out where this thing even opens from, so hold on. Bet the chair doesn't play Diablo. Stop it, Papa. Okay, here it is. I think that's the only tape on it. Oh, what does this say? Christina and the Minecraft team. In celebration of the launch of Minecraft on Chromebook, the Minecraft team is excited to gift you this Chromebook device to help you better explore the capabilities of this release. Dive into the new Trails and Tales update and meet a sniffer, brush for pottery shards. Okay, that's just like basic stuff here. Crossplay functionality, just like basic like talking points. I always think this is important for people to understand that they do this. Since this is a gift, there's no obligation to post on your social channels like YouTube. I'm not obligated to talk about this, unbox it, do anything. I'm not obligated to say nice things about it. If I try it out and I think it's like, if I think it's trash, like I'll say it's trash. I try to keep my opinions honest, and you know what? If that unfortunately leads to me not getting cool stuff like this one day, then I mean that's sad and it'll suck. But I'm always keeping real with you guys. All right. So anytime I give you an opinion, it's my opinion. It's not because I want to get more free stuff. All right, let's unbox this thing. Oh, I remember they said it's going to be in here. Look, they have these little like sticker things to like go on the Chromebook for us to choose from. And you know what's really cool? My daughter is gonna die for these. There's a camel one. Here, let me grab those out real quick. Hold on. So let's see. We got 2 of the same camel. Oh, 3 of the same camel. Oh, that's good. I can give it to my son and my daughter. That's good. So we got that. We have one of the new characters finding a pottery sherd. Oh, we got the sniffers. Ah, look at that. That's so cool. Here, I'll show them closer to you guys. Like, I'll show them closer to the camera. Hold on. So look, there's the sniffers. 3 of those. Here's another one of the new characters. Here's one of just the camel. The stickers are really cool. Like I said, my kids are gonna like these. We already looked at this one. Here's another one of the new characters. Oh, he's got a baby camel in the back of a bamboo raft. That's cool. And that's all of them. So that's cool. Very fun. I like the sniffer one's definitely my favorite. And the one on the one with the baby on the bamboo raft, that's kind of cool too. I'm curious what my daughter is gonna like and what to put on. My son will probably like feel like he's too cool for this kind of stuff, but we'll see. He might actually like when I want to use it. Okay. Let me check the box again. All right, got another box here. The other side has like a shipping sticker on it. It has somebody's information on it. I don't want to show that. Let's pop his bad boy open. I knew there would be a box, and that box always happens. All right, looks like we got the power adapter stuff here. So as you can see, this is an HP Chromebook. It looks really nice. Like this feels and looks fancy. And it's actually slightly bigger than I thought. I don't know if this is like a 14-inch maybe. I was expecting like 12, 13-inch. So that's kind of nice. Okay, it's a Pentium processor. It's not like a Celeron or something like that, which is really cool. And yeah, like I'll have to go through and set it up. It's got a nice big like size trackpad, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's just a laptop. Like it feels like I'm holding a regular laptop. I know these things are usually like touchscreen, aren't they? Yeah. So anyways, I'm not going to go through any of the like actual setup stuff of it right now. I'll do that, and then I'm going to report back to you guys about it. We'll talk about it during the stream. I don't think I'll make a video. I'll probably post about it on not Facebook, Twitter and stuff. Not all are touch. Yeah, that's true, because my kids had one for school when like the homeschool stuff was like a big thing. So yeah.
You want to activate Chromevox?
It's talking to me. Stop talking to me about whatever Chromevox is. Oh, it's actually got a full charge on it. That's kind of cool. Comes with a full charge. Okay, anyways, let me go put this away, and then we're gonna get to our probably more exciting thing to start out with. Oh, cool. Kirby got the last membership. That's awesome. So next we're gonna go to the next fun thing, which is we're gonna react to a Xisuma Void video. Okay, so I'm gonna go set this aside and get some of this trash out the way, and I will be right back. Okay. Got that all tossed away real quick. Chair needs a break every once in a while from streaming too. Yeah, it does. This guy here, was that a laptop that he got in the box? Was a gift from Mojang? It was a Chromebook, so definitely not as powerful as like a laptop like I need. But it may be good for my son. The reason why that actually getting that's really good for me is because I use my son's laptop to stream. If you guys can see my setup, I have my 3 screens right here that I like as my gaming PC. And then I have my son's laptop right here on the tabletop here. That is my, this is like what I stream from. I output my screen here to the laptop. And, like often, like we always, even though we're in the summertime, like we'll have him just like do some basic like refresher schoolwork type stuff in the morning. So every morning I have to unhook everything and set it up in his room so he could do that. And then I have to unhook it from in there, hook everything back up in here, get logged into all my stuff again, plug everything up just to be able to like use this laptop for things like streams or recording camera footage and that sort of stuff for some of the videos that you see me do. So it's a big pain in the butt to have to do it all. So this might help keep me from doing that. So he gets the Chromebook. Yeah, he'll be the actual user of the Chromebook. I don't think I'll need to use it for anything long term. So it'll probably be him that gets to use it for now. At least until I get myself a laptop to stream from that's actually like a lot better than this thing. Again, once we get that 1,000 members, I'll be able to do that. We still try for MC. Yes, I'm going to test Minecraft on it to see if it runs good or doesn't run good. We'll see what it does, and I'll report back to you guys and let you know. And I'll share with you like what model number it is and all that kind of stuff. All right, let's get on to our first like actual form of like content for the day. And I'm gonna turn that music off. Let me switch to this screen. I think is the one I want to use. This is something new. What else is in the box? That was all. It was just a Chromebook and like just the stuff that goes along with the Chromebook. Nothing else special. Anyways, so one thing I want to start doing now that I'm streaming Minecraft stuff on this channel is I want to start doing some React stuff. React stuff is obviously like really big for video and for stream. It's kind of fun to do. I'm a very opinionated person, so I like giving my reactions to things. I don't like people that react like really stupid stuff. Like I want to react to substantive things, like people's opinions on like Minecraft and maybe some other games too, like stuff that actually like I have interest in and I think you guys will too. And the point of the react stuff isn't to be like toxic or anything like that. It's just to like give what my honest opinion is based on what the person that I'm listening to is saying. And we're going to start that by listening to a video by Xisuma. I did not pre-watch this, so I do not know the contents of like what we're going to be seeing. I want to get this like window stretched to where it takes up just like you guys see everything. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a video out of this. Wait, Prowl's opinion. What's the new diamond mining method? Hey, Samwise. We're going to be doing that after we do this React video. So I'll still interact with you guys and like we'll kind of talk about things. I'm gonna give my opinion like per section as we go through things. I'm gonna record it and it'll go up as a video on this channel. It will not go on the Minecraft channel because I'm too afraid to post this type of stuff on there because I don't know how well it'll do. And since it's more of a stream based activity, I think it belongs here on this channel. All right, so let's do this. I think I'm good to start recording over there. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to hit the record button. Oh man, this thing, I just realized this is not capturing chat because I'm not live through Restream. That kind of sucks. You know what I could maybe do? I really like the idea of this thing capturing chat. because if somebody's watching back, I would like them to be able to see what you guys say. So hold on, let's see if we can accomplish that like in short order. I kind of know how to, I know what I got to do to get chat on here. There's a window for chat, but that's set up to work with Restream, which we're not on right now. I think I just need to go, oh no, let me go here. I'm going to pull this off of that window, put it up here. Hey, Couch Flyer, how's it going? And Samwise, make sure you guys enable gifted memberships because we've been having a lot of memberships gifted to the point where we need more people to enable it to get the gifts. You're like almost guaranteed to get a free membership if you enable gifted memberships. Okay, let me go here. See, like this laptop that I'm on right now is so slow. Like even just opening Chrome right now is killing it because it's running my OBS stuff, and OBS is like a resource hog. So it is like suffering right now. All right. Okay, let me pop out chat. Let me, oh man, the only bad part about this is I might have to like resize this. So, okay, so I copied that. Let me go to here. You guys are going to lose me on screen for a second. So I'm going to go to this screen that has this chat popping up in it. I'm going to add in a browser source. Hold on, let me label this YouTube chat. Okay. And then hold on. I think what I can do is I can just like 490 by 475. Okay, let me try that. 490, 475. I think if I do that and I place this right here, stretch it out. It shows the window that like I would be chatting in. Interesting. Okay, so here, I know how to fix this. Let me go to this. Let me make it taller, like say 575. Let me make it even taller. Let's say 625. And let's like put it like right here. Oh yeah, this is looking good. Okay, hold on. This is like behind the scenes stuff. This is behind the scenes stuff. And then I am going to there's transform, edit transform. I'm going to crop it top and bottom. Oh no, it's too much. Here, let me position line, center. Okay. Okay, that should be good right there. And then let me go to bottom. Okay, this should be good. And I'm just going to minimize this. All right, let's see what that looks like. Perfect. Now we have chat scrolling. All right, appreciate you guys being patient with me there while I get this scene set up. Should we tell Prowl he's displaying provocative photos? Shut up. We only talk about that in the non-Minecraft related streams. Scroll it. No, it's good. It just showed what you said. Okay. All right. So here's the plan. I'm going to hit record. I'm going to give just like my little intro bit to the fact that we're going to be like using this for a video, and then we'll talk about it. We'll listen. We'll talk. I'll try to pay attention to and like talk to you guys in chat if you have opinions on what Xisuma says, if your opinion is different from mine, and we'll take things from there. How does it sound? All right, let's hit record. All right, so here we have a video to react to from Xisuma Void from Hermitcraft and all sorts of other cool things that he does. And it is titled The State of Minecraft, Past, Present, and Future. This video came out a couple days ago now. I've not watched it yet. We're going to watch it together for the first time.
Hey y'all, my name is Tiara, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken biscuit is that it has the perfect amount of spice to jump.
You guys are not hearing that audio. Hold on.
Start my day.
I think I know how to fix that. Hold on. I think I know how to fix that. Hold on a second. I think I gotta go here. Here. Oh no. Oh, you do? Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's coming through a different window. Okay, never mind. You can't hear it. Okay, good.
I just love.
That's right. I can't separate the audio separate from me. Okay. Is the volume good on it?
How the biscuit just matches perfectly with the spice.
It looks like it's good.
Whoever thought of it?
I might bring it up just a touch. I'm bringing it up just a touch.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, let's jump in.
14 years on from its inception in 2009, Minecraft is still going strong. Having faced a steady decline of popularity in 2018, a resurgence of interest returned when PewDiePie, the biggest gaming YouTuber of the time, picked up the game again in 2019.
Yeah, he got a lot of people to come back.
The 2020 pandemic brought another surge of homebound
Let's not forget the Nether update too.
Either new or rediscovering the game again. It undoubtedly boosted the popularity of Minecraft despite the circumstances. Since then, the interest has been relatively well sustained if this Google Trends chart on searches of Minecraft is anything to go by. With a close eye on the community through my coverage of snapshots and comments left by Minecraft players regarding the game's new content, I felt a shift in reception has occurred over the past few years. And this latest update, Trails and Tales, has done little to move the needle on the mood within the Minecraft community.
Yeah, everybody feels kind of complacent.
In this video, I hope to lay out the past history of Minecraft updates that have led to 1.20, comment on my thoughts of the state of the new Trails and Tales.
All right, let's see what Xisuma has to say. He usually has some like really interesting takes, and he explains them well.
Update. And just before we go any further, I wanted to let you know that the Hermitcraft trading card game, seen on the Hermitcraft server, has become a real-life card game, and the collector's edition cards for each Hermit is now available on CreoCards.com.
These look really good.
Some of us
I don't watch Hermitcraft anymore, so I'm not like up with it, but I think it's a cool thing that they did.
If you want to get my card,
and the art looks awesome.
I will be signing absolutely every single card ordered before the month is out. That's right, you have until the end of the month to get your hands on this card. So check the link in the description box below if you're interested. The Nether update, released June of 2020, was a high point for Minecraft's development. Received to seemingly universal acclaim, overhauling a barren aspect of the game with new biomes, mobs, structures.
I mean, can I just stop and say really quick, this was probably the best update that Mojang ever did. I mean, I'm not a super old school Minecraft player. I came in like maybe 5 years ago, about 6 years ago, like right when Update Aquatic hit. So, you know, I can't attest to like stuff before that really, but like this update added so much. And what made it so good was that it took an area of the game that was really boring and served very little purpose outside of like nether fortresses. And that was kind of it. And it gave it a lot of purpose. It gave it a lot of reason to go there and a lot of things to get. And it gave it all at once. It took 1/3 of the like area of the game that exists, and it recreated it and gave it purpose. Oops.
Ores, and armor seem to strike at the heart of what the average Minecrafter wanted, essentially adding a familiar depth to a part of the game that lacked it.
Yes.
Later that year at Minecraft Live 2020, the hype reached new heights unseen before.
Yeah, this was exciting.
A massive overhaul to the overworld had the player base bubbling with excitement. Rebuilding the world generation system for new cave formations, underground biomes, and increased depth in the world, as well as the promise of the deep dark and archaeology. It had the next update set to be one of the game's greatest. But this is where the trouble begins. Mojang encountered unanticipated growing pains as the goals for the update didn't scale well with the size of the team developing the game. The pressure probably made things worse and resulted in Caves and Cliffs being split into 2 updates, released June and November of 2021.
And see, that's not even fully true, because Caves and Cliffs really took 3 updates, right? And when we got part 1, which added like a lot of the blocks and the mobs. Then we got part 2, which added the like world height generation and the lush caves and that sort of stuff. And then we got part 3 in November of June of 2022. And that gave us the like actual like the warden, the deep dark, and that sort of thing. And even like if you really want to be technical with it, wasn't it this year that it was during this that we were told about archaeology too, was it not? So really, if you really want to be technical, we just got the rest of Caves and Cliffs update in June of 2023. We just got it a month ago. So it took 4 updates to do it. Now, I don't begrudge the Minecraft devs to do it, because Xisuma just kind of hit it on the head right there. Like those guys got worked like crazy for the Nether update. And I think what happened was that like it was so positively received, and I guess like an expectation was set that the immediate plan was, okay, let's do something on par with the Nether update, the next update. But little did they realize that this Caves and Cliffs thing, for it to be done good and be done right, they didn't have the manpower or the man hours to do it. And the morale from the team was like, so they were so tired and kind of beaten down over how hard it was to do. Okay. Sorry, I was just reading what one I said. I lost my train of thought. They were just so like worn down from the Nether update, and like the higher ups inside of Mojang, not at Microsoft, but the higher ups inside of Mojang, they kind of realized that, and they didn't want to like treat their people like that. So it took something that was supposed to be, and COVID happened too. Hooked by crafting, yes, COVID happened as well. So like all of these things happened, and it took something that was supposed to be able to just be like knocked out in one update. That was the initial plan. It took it to where it took them really technically 3 years, because they probably started working on this in June of 2020, right? So if they started working on this in June of 2020, we didn't get it shipped fully, everything they told us we were going to get, until June of 2023. So it took them 3 years to make the Caves and Cliffs update. They added some extra things in along the way, but in totality, it took us 3 years to get it. And a lot of people give them crap for that, and I don't think that's really right. I think it's like you see this with a lot of Microsoft stuff now. Microsoft really is like, they have a way of taking things that are supposed to be good and not doing good with them. And I think that's happening with Mojang and Minecraft right now. Like, these guys just don't have the dev time available to do another Nether update. Let's see if Xisuma Void hits on some of these points.
The Deep Dark was also delayed until the Wild update of June 2022.
So you did bring that up.
Jokingly called Caves and Cliffs Part 3. And some even refer to Trails and Tales as Part 4, with archaeology originally being intended for that update. Along the way, other frictions have occurred within the Minecraft community. In October of 2020,
honestly, if they had planned it to be a 2-part release from the beginning, there would have been a lot more understanding from the community. Yeah, I think maybe so. likely slow. So, but that wasn't their intention. Like, they didn't want to do that. They wanted to release it all at once. They thought they were going to release it all at once. And then, yeah, between it being way too much of a workload and COVID happening and stuff, it delayed it. And then I think they fell victim to it. And I think it was probably good for the game in the end, but they definitely fell victim to scope creep, right? They fell victim to the Deep Dark wanting to do more with it and more with it and more with it. Do you remember those initial videos like previewing and showing the Deep Dark? It was literally just a cave with a different block, and then it had like these little like cut-ins with like some loot in it, and that's really all it was. And then they decided to evolve that into ancient cities instead, and these interesting mechanics for the warden, and like all of these like really cool things that happen with Skulk. So like, it's probably better for it in the long run that it did happen this way, but scope creep definitely played a factor into why we didn't get the warden and the ancient cities and the Deep Dark until the 1.19 update.
Migration of Mojang to Microsoft accounts was first announced, upsetting many players who didn't want the hassle or didn't trust Microsoft with more of their personal information.
I hate that point. Like, there's so many Java players that like this right here, the fact that they had to migrate to a Microsoft account was the end of the world to them. Like, you can not like Microsoft, that's fine, but you're going to die on the hill of, I don't want my account to migrate over, and like, this is the worst thing ever, and this is the end of Minecraft. I think like there's so many people that way overreact on this. It was kind of insane.
Then in July of 2022 came the hastily added player chat reports to 1.19.1. These sudden changes stirred outrage among...
Look at this. This was like, the community was on fire for this, and I still to this day do not understand. Like, look at these comments here, and like Twitter like exploded, and essentially you had probably, maybe it was a loud minority, but it felt like a majority of the Java player base thought that this was the worst thing ever. Like, the fact that chat reporting was going to be a thing, and that like really all it boiled down to was like, if somebody was like, I don't know, like bullying you like in a dangerous way, or like using out like hate speech or something like that, that you could get reported, and like you could possibly not be able to play online anymore because of that. But like, they were acting like it was like so much more than that, and it didn't end up being that way at all. It'd be better for them if they would have do a big update and alternate with a smaller update. Yeah, we'll see if Xisuma brings some of that stuff up. According to many Java players, if Mojang changes anything in Java Edition, the world is ending, the game is over, yada yada yada. Yes, that's like exactly what happens. It's so overreactionary, it drives me insane. And this was the big one. Like, I even had a whole bunch of people from SciCraft like blocked me on Twitter because my opinion was that the chat reporting is not a big deal and everybody's overreacting. And like, oh dude, like that blew like a blood vessel in their mind that like somebody would think that and argue against the fact this was not actually the end of the world and the worst thing that Mojang's ever done. Like, they couldn't handle that somebody like said something different than what they believed. So like, a whole bunch of them like ended up blocking me for this, which is the stupidest freaking thing. Like, it just shows how like thin-skinned like some people are, that you can't even have a different opinion than them. It still bothers me to this day that like people can be like that. It's ridiculous.
Among a player base fearful of misuse and abuse of such moderation tools, and recent selective enforcement of EULA policies has gained traction.
And by the way, I was not rude or attacking anybody in any of the commentary I gave.
Players being banned for griefing. All of this, of course, not helping the community spirit. A lot of anger and frustration is levied towards Mojang developers, and personally, yes, I think these issues relate more to management. The account migration, moderation changes, and EULA enforcement strike me as top-down corporate decisions.
Yeah, these have nothing to do with the developers.
Outside of the
Anybody that says anything to them about this stuff is wrong.
As some of these changes
it's Microsoft
with their style. This souring within the Minecraft.
It's not even upper management in Mojang. Like, I don't think that like Agnes and probably not even Jens Like these are the two highest levels inside of Mojang. I don't think they have much to do with any of this stuff. I think from Microsoft management, they're like, hey, just to make things easier and so we can like track everything or whatever, like we're integrating your accounts into ours. So like make that happen. And then these guys, Mojang management and then developers below them have to implement it and try to do it in a way that doesn't set the community on fire. And I feel like that's how a lot of these things are managed. I think that's how the updates are managed. Minecraft used to be a game where the updates would just come out when they were done. But like now, ever since Microsoft acquired them, there's a timeline. You have to put out major update in June every year. End of question. We do not care the state that it's in. We do not care how much you have to work to do it. We don't even care what you put in it necessarily. Just give us a big update and release it in June. That's kind of like where they are right now.
Community has undoubtedly influenced the scrutiny on the game's development, leading to some vocal frustration online from Mojang employees.
Yeah, I like the King B Dogs pushes back.
In like Twitter, I've seen the discussion around this latest update is rather mixed. Now that we have established that this update arrived on the heels of a tricky period for the Minecraft community, I want to take a look at the Trails and Tales update without letting that drama influence my thoughts, as I think that has influenced at least some of the dissatisfaction I've seen online. A growing sentiment that everything Mojang does is terrible somehow. Focusing purely on the game itself, I'd summarize 1.20 as a safe update.
Yes.
With little in the way of big, bold, or game-changing features, yet no big missteps or
And I feel like we're stuck in that mode right now, and I don't know that we'll get out of it.
What is that screeching sound?
Ugh.
It's so soothing and pleasant on my eardrums. What thrilling game design and being harassed.
Yo, the ones on Bedrock
life,
are not anywhere near that easy to get away from.
Let's start with my favorite additions. Signs. Yes, signs. Hanging or normal, I don't mind. It's the ability to simply right-click to edit a sign. So simple and
a lot of it is legal requirements, as Microsoft can be held responsible for what is chatted on their servers, much like Facebook would be responsible for what's posted on it. But that's not necessarily true. Like I think it's possible to get to a point of complete negligence, to the point where you promote these things, but I don't think it's also as clear as person says bad thing, company responsible for it. Because people say bad things on Twitter and Facebook, and like outright dangerous people on YouTube. People even say they're going to go to the point of like actually committing like crimes on these places. They live stream like all of these atrocious things that happen. The companies are never held liable for that because all they are is a platform for this person to do it. It'd be no different than them screaming it out before they do it, right? Like, I don't know another good example to give, but like it would take such a level of negligence for the companies to be like reliable. What's the word I'm looking for? Liable for any of this stuff. I really don't think that's the case. I don't think that's it. It's just that they wanted to make the space a little bit safer for the younger audience by having this in there and give people a way to report things that are like bad to the point of it needs to be reported, and then they'll decide if they want to do something about it or not. And by the way, can I just add this, especially to anybody that's like a Java fanboy out there, that like they just ride or die team Java. And by the way, I'm not a ride or die team Bedrock person. I'm just a ride or die Minecraft person. I don't care which version is better. I don't care which version you play. Minecraft is Minecraft. I want both versions to be the same in the end and for everybody to be happy. But for those that aren't like that and they ride or die Java elitism to the extreme, for the chat integration, when you threw this big fit about how it's going to ruin Minecraft, I want to ask you how many people were banned from Minecraft, because you guys said it would be almost everybody. You said that it would get exploited, that like people would come in maliciously and then like false report everybody, and that everybody would get banned from Minecraft. I'm pretty online with Twitter, and I'm like, I watch a lot of Twitter circles, especially people or even people that were like very anti this. I have not seen one example, one instance of somebody being banned. I'm sure there's probably one out there, but we're not talking about 99%, 50%, 20%, 5%, 1%, 0.001%. None of those numbers are true. Show me a case where it is, and I'll accept your apology down in the comment section when you're like, yeah, like we were kind of wrong about it. It wasn't that big of a deal.
And intuitive and saves you the hassle of removing and replacing. It begs the question, why now? Why not sooner? And what other glaringly obvious changes could get similar treatment? Also, the ability to edit both sides is a real nice touch.
That was nice.
Simple change Minecrafters have been suggesting for the longest time. Next up, pink pedals. You might think I'm joking at this point, but hear me out. Flowers in this game are rather static, mostly consisting of a graphic with a predetermined randomized position on a block, and even that aspect is not controlled by the player. Then comes pink pedals.
Yes.
Like candles and sea pickles, you can have 1 to 4
Minecraft
flowers.
needs more of this.
They're also placeable in 4 rotations, leading to 16 combinations that are very intuitive to assemble. A decent implementation of something that would be more impressive if it
feels
wasn't
very
flat
Minecraft
like in this case. It's
but
the
it adds a
flexibility
ton
for variety
to the game
that I think is really well implemented. The chiseled bookshelf. It ticks
These are cool.
all the boxes. The ability to actually store your books in it is another idea. That
another
Minecraft
form of light customization. I like it.
First bookshelf block. The fact that you can choose what slot the books go in is another fantastic quirk.
They weren't going to do that at first, by the way. At first, it was going to be that like they just went in an order and came out in an order. But player feedback was that like, no, like I should just be able to like click where it goes, and like I can decide which ones have books and which ones don't. Like amazing implementation. And that's a good example of like Minecraft, Mojang, the developers specifically listen to the community, because at this point, this is like a good thing to think of, guys. At the point that we're at right here, it's out of the hands of upper management, Microsoft management. It's out of the hands of upper Minecraft management, and it's in the hands of the devs. So when it gets to the hands of the devs and they're like, hey, like we have this cool idea, like what do you guys think? Here, try it out. They're online and they're looking at player feedback, and then they react to it and they do positive things. So again, like anybody that thinks the devs are the bad guys, like you're just an idiot. They're not. Like they're the ones, the developers are the ones more than anybody else that are listening to like good feedback that you're giving. And they're implementing it and they're doing all the good stuff.
Of customization that can go further at scale. Working with redstone, it changes based on the last slot you interacted with. A great
this is
way
a cool
to
tech
bring
feature. Doesn't affect most people.
An enduring component of the game,
but it's fun.
The piglin head and note block additions. A new head is always welcome.
Yeah.
The animations are a bonus.
The note block thing is fun.
The ability to create mob sounds on demand will be much fun for shenanigans on multiplayer servers. All around, a really straightforward and again intuitive system to bring a little extra to existing features. The smithing templates are a little on the tedious side, but giving players reward for exploration
I really like the templates.
Always welcome. It adds a little more purpose and meaning to some of Minecraft's barren structures, if you have a reason to go there. The armor trim that comes as a result of your time spent exploring the world is really well worth the effort. Being able to customize your appearance will undoubtedly appeal to most Minecraft.
Can I just make a side note here? It really sucks that like most players, like especially experienced players, like you're going to be wearing a elytra and you never get to see the chest piece on yourself. Like, can we please get a way to combine those? That'd be really awesome. It would make a lot of people really happy. And I've already thrown my ideas out there, but like there should just be like a give and take. Like if I can combine my armor piece and my elytra together, and my armor will now protect me less. My elytra now doesn't fly quite as far. So like you get a weakness on both sides of it, but you get the convenience of it. It's all together in one piece. And like you get the visual of that, which is like really awesome.
And create a gratifying experience upon completion until you die in lava and lose all your hard-earned trims. The camel gets merit for distinguishing itself. As the game gets cluttered with the addition of new mobs on each update,
I'm not a fan of the camel.
What they actually bring to the game beyond ambience is important. Being rideable by...
And I think the reason why I'm not a big fan of the camel is like, I don't know, you guys tell me, but we add in these mobs to the game that are extremely basic and simple, and we just add one of them. And I feel like if you're going to add like one thing, like you're going to add a camel, like that one thing should feel like it has a very good purpose for both like early, mid, and late game. Like it feels like it should have something that it gives people. And like I don't see a time I would ever use the camel unless it was like some type of like skit that I'm recording in like a SMP or something, which I'm not even in. But like the camel doesn't bring anything special. So I think if they're going to like add in animals for like more of an ambience, like to give like the make the environment feel more alive, I think it would just fit more if they just added in several. And then you'd be like, okay, yeah, we added in the camel, we added in a bird, we added in a groundhog, and we added in some like fireflies or like whatever, not to bring up the firefly drama. But if they were like, hey, like we have these like 5 like mobs that we added in that like they don't really serve like a big purpose, but like they're just going to add to the world. I think it would be really easy to accept that and be like, oh, cool. Like we added in these 5 new mobs. That's awesome. Instead of like all the focus being on we added in a camel and the only benefit is that 2 players can ride on it and a zombie can't hit you while you're riding on it, but a skeleton can still shoot you, a creeper can still blow you up, phantoms can still get you. I think it'd be cooler if like the basic things like that, like they just threw in like a few things to like make the world feel more alive instead of it just giving us one thing to focus on.
2 players having a chargeable dash ability instead of jumping and offering vertical distance from hordes of zombies is a nice touch. Although most useful in multiplayer, it's a far better implementation compared to some of the previous real-world
Yeah,
mods.
they're just not like, they're fun.
Next up, bamboo blocks, another set of wood-adjacent building materials. These textures are decent, but don't necessarily feel like they target a missing part of the Minecraft.
Yeah, they're just
color
kind of there,
spectrum.
which is fine.
The mosaic is a decent pattern though, and creating this new set of blocks
I just
out
like
of
that
an
I get
existing
free wood
bamboo
from it.
plant is an approach I'd like to see given to other existing parts of the game. The missed opportunity here is with the raft. Great idea to make it look different, but why not change its behavior too?
Exactly.
Perhaps give it speed in exchange for increased fragility, or the ability to carry big mobs like the new sniffer or
Rip putting big mobs in boats. Like, was that... I have to get on a parody side tangent here real quick. Why does parody always have to go against Bedrock and towards Java, even for the good stuff that Bedrock has? Like, it's so stupid. Like, we're able to put horses in boats. And for people that are not elytra inclined, like that was really nice. Like my kids, me in the early game, I like to put a horse in a boat. And then I get in the boat. And then I cross a big ocean. And then I get out of the boat with the horse. That wasn't overpowered. It didn't hurt anything. It wasn't game breaking. It was just a very useful traveling mechanic. You can't do that now. Now, and they say it's because of realism. Oh, it's too big. It's not supposed to fit in a boat. How can a horse fit in a boat? So now their solution is instead of it's too unrealistic to put the horse in the boat because it's too big. The solution is to wrap a thing around the horse's neck and drag it across the water instead. That's the solution. I just don't understand. How is that the better solution? And that doesn't even work on Bedrock Edition, by the way. The lead just breaks. And so it doesn't even work on Bedrock Edition. And it's less realistic than putting the horse in the boat. You think it's more realistic to drag a horse by his neck across the water? That's more realistic? No, you just put the horse in the boat. Like, just let the people do it. Why did they take that away? It makes no sense whatsoever. The reason it happened is because there's somebody inside of Mojang that's like, oh, hey, this works like this in Bedrock. This works like this in Java. Java's always right. Let's switch it over to make it work like Java. Didn't even think about it. And then by the time that they implemented it in the beta, they like were like, whatever. It's just like Bedrock people crying about something stupid. Like, we're just going to implement it anyways because we don't care. It just doesn't make sense. No, the boat doesn't even need to be double size. Like, the horse just turned sideways and sat in the boat. Like, it was fine. You needed to change nothing. If anything, they just should have like made a quick 5-second change on Java Edition to make it to where horses could get in boats. And then the problem is done. Oh my god.
or camel. Variety makes this game a lot of fun after all. What can I say about the cherry blossom biome and the new trees? The biome itself is just a home for trees and petals, nothing majorly different, which isn't always needed. The tree offers a new challenge for redstone farmers, and the leaves
tree's
come
fun.
with
I like it.
particle
The wood
effects,
looks good,
an
and it's not that
underserved
bad to
part
farm
of
either.
the game when it comes to giving the player the ability to control such ambient effects.
No. It is not easier to change Bedrock than to fix Java. It's just not. Because Bedrock, ultimately, it's the harder platform for them to go in and make a change, because they have to make the change in a code base that's harder to make a change in, and then they have to make it for PC, they have to make it for mobile, they have to make it for PlayStation, they have to make it for Xbox, they have to make it for Switch, they have to make it for different platforms, and then they have to send it to certification, and they have to make sure it works on all the platforms. It is actually harder for them to make the change on Bedrock when all they had to do was go into Java, and I think it's as easy as changing one line of code on the mob. There's like a line in there that says can get in boat, like yes or no, essentially. And they could have just like flipped these guys to yes, can get in the boat. That's all they would have had to do. And the problem would have been solved. The problem's not which way is easier or harder to do. The problem is Java's right, Bedrock's wrong. Change it from the Bedrock way to the Java way. That's the problem. They have that mentality of doing things that way rather than looking at each individual case and thinking, which way would be better for the players? Okay. Now, which way let's start it out different. Their first thought should be, okay, which way do we intend it to be? Like if I'm sitting here and think about it, which way makes sense? Okay. Next, which way benefits players the most? Okay, let's look at this. Let's say the boat thing. We really intended it to be the Java way. Like, we don't really want big animals to get in. Okay, so that's X against it. Okay, now let's look and see. Okay, well, which way benefits players more? Well, it kind of benefits players more to be able to put horses in boats, because then they can take them across the ocean easy. Okay, well, that's a checkbox in that direction. All right, so that's good. Well, which way is like easier or harder to implement? But it's probably just easier to go ahead and add it in Java, or maybe it's harder to do it on Bedrock, whatever, right? Okay, let's mark that off the list. Okay, now let's look. If we change this one way versus the other, is it game breaking? If we let Java players be able to put like large like animals, horses, and boats, does this like negatively affect their gameplay any? Does it take away from the game? Is it exploitive? Like, does it do something negative to the game in terms of how it works? No, it doesn't. Okay, so when I look at all of these things down in a line, what's the right decision to make? Yeah, we kind of intended it to work the Java way, but the Bedrock players really like this. It's a benefit to the player, so I would probably rather give the players more benefit rather than less. It's not that hard to add it into Java Edition, and it doesn't really break anything or do anything negative to the game. So let's go ahead and let's add it to Java instead of taking it away from Bedrock. That's how the process should go for every single parity change that they do. All of them. That should be the process. How easy is it to implement? What's our original intent? How does it affect the players that are in the game right now? And does it break the game any? That's it.
Its big merit is, of course, for building, being the first set of pastel-colored building blocks. For that alone, maybe I should have ranked this a little higher.
Here, the real thing, let me just end this rant with one thing. The real difference is anytime something changes on Java Edition that the players view as negative, and it can be negative in any way. It could be negative as in, oh, this is making the game too easy. This is making the game too hard. This isn't how we do it. Anytime something like that happens on Java, like those guys will burn the house down. Like, it goes from 0 to 100 instantly over sometimes the stupidest things imaginable. Whereas with Bedrock players, there are some players that are like that, and I advise them to not be like that. But Bedrock players have a much smaller vocality on Twitter, I guess, and they don't have as many like large content creators that are amplifying that voice. So ultimately, the real decision maker, this is the real thing that I think drives their decision outside of default Java's better, is if we change it on Java, those guys, they're just going to throw a big fit. They're going to cry about it, and then we have to deal with that. Whereas if we change it on Bedrock, we're not really going to hear much about it. It's not going to be a big deal. We can just go on with our lives.
Higher on my list. I do hope that more pastel blocks will be added to the game in the future. The Sniffer, a change of pace, a sluggish beast offering
I like him.
Minecraft
He's so different
by not emulating a real-world animal. Its slow movement gives it distinction among many mobs that move at equal pace, although the turtle is equally slow. Plundering a warm ocean ruin for a sniffer egg is certainly different and gratifying upon discovery, but of course you would need 2 eggs to get breeding, which does make it a bit of a grind. It's also...
What I do not understand is why they do not treat Bedrock like a novice platform and Java is more of a pro level of the game. They shouldn't treat it like that. Like, that's the worst way to treat it. That would be the literal worst thing that they could do, because what happens is, like, you guys that are in my chat right now, you are the most, you're like in the higher end of knowledgeable players. Like, you guys know more than probably 99% of the actual like player base. Okay. That large majority of the player base, they see Minecraft and they think Minecraft. Okay, they get online, they look up something they need to know, they type in, how do I do this in Minecraft? They look for entertainment, they look up Minecraft videos, Minecraft 100 days, Minecraft SMP, Hermitcraft, like whatever. Like, they look up these things, it's Minecraft to them. So the more apart you have the games from each other in terms of how they work, you ruin the experience for these players. It used to be so much worse than it is now because there was no content out there for Bedrock and the games were even more different than each other. So you would have these instances where people would look up, how do I do X, Y, and Z in Minecraft? And they go and try to do it and it doesn't work. For most people, that discourages them from playing the game and they give up and quit because they got frustrated. Hey, this thing that I saw player X do, or my friend told me they did, I can't do it. This game is dumb. It's broken. It doesn't work right. And they stop playing the game. That should not be the experience for anybody. That is the worst experience you could possibly give for players. The 2 versions of the game should be the same. So when Bedrock player looks up information, when Java player looks up information, no matter if they're in the top 1% of knowledge or they're in the bottom of 1% of knowledge, they can look up something, they find an answer, and it works for the platform that they are playing. It should be like that for everything. It should be like that for game mechanics. It should be like that for Redstone. We're a long way off of it. They're trying to get to it, but that's the way it should be. The only exception to that I find acceptable is mods, okay? Because then you're going outside of the base game. When you go outside of the base game, you're a different story, right? They're going to be a little bit different from each other, and that's players doing that. But anything that Mojang does, anything that's in the vanilla experience of the game should be identical regardless of platform or version. 100%, like, end of story. You cannot argue that against me and have me be on your side because it's not correct. It's wrong. They should be exactly the same. They should be exactly the same.
Rather noisy with its goofy moans. Have too many of them in a farm and they make quite the racket.
That just looks weird.
Its ability to sniff out seeds of unique plants is fantastic though. What a great idea. However, the promise of the sniffer feels to have fallen a little short, with only 2 plants added as a...
And they were decorative. Like, I'm not going to spend a long time ranting on this. The sniffer should have gotten some things that were, like, had a use. It doesn't have to be a better use. It could just be different. My suggestions were they sniff up corn kernels, corn seeds, and rice seeds. And then you can plant them, and, like, they would have some new interesting mechanics to grow, and they would just be a different food option. Like, that would have been really cool. It didn't have to be something to change the game a whole lot, just something to give players something more to do. The fact that they just like sniff up a couple flowers, the sniffer's a cool mob, but it fell kind of flat. They could have like found a way to add in some new stuff to the game that was just different. Like, it does, I don't know, if you ate like something with rice, it doesn't have to do anything different than eating a potato does. Like, it could if they wanted to, I guess, but like, I don't know, like, why couldn't it just been different? Or like, I could like get some corn and like I could throw it in a cauldron and cook it. Or I'm getting a little into the weeds now, but you get my point. Like, they could have added in a couple things that were useful that didn't really change the game a whole lot, but just gave players different options of like things to do, things to farm for those like the farm stuff. People that like different aesthetics, like rice would look different and corn would look different, and you could decorate your landscape differently with these things. Like, it would open up a lot of options, and I think people would have been like genuinely excited about it.
As a result, it feels a little underwhelming, and I can't help but feel this might get forgotten about. I wouldn't be surprised if it took a few updates for another flower or 2 to be added.
I don't think they're going to add.
The torch flower, nothing too special. It doesn't emit light like the name suggests, and the pitcher plant looks alien. A bold move, but neither of these add anything more than a few new textures to work with.
Yeah.
As a redstoner, you might be expecting me to sing the praises of the calibrated sculk sensor. At first it seemed rather logical, addressing the flaws of the original sculk
sounded
sensor
kinda cool.
that many of us thought could revolutionize redstone contraptions. The issue? Well, it's not intuitive to use. You have to look up a list of its uses from an external source.
They could have done this a lot better. They could have like had a way to where like you could put in an item, or I don't know, like had something specific for it, and that specific thing that you tell it to do is like obvious in terms of what the result's going to be. I don't know enough about this stuff to like comment any further on it, but
because of this, it's hard to imagine
it could be a lot better
in a unique use case without other similar game events interfering with it. Assigning the sensor a vibration to detect by creating that event you want to be detected nearby would have been both interactive and intuitive, and would have given the player so many more opportunities with this block. Despite its promise, I feel like this was a big missed opportunity, and I doubt it's going to.
They would have had to go away from the system of like 1 through 16 redstone signals.
It can be used for building.
Like this was okay.
The placement of other blocks on top of it is a nice touch for a variety of small details.
Yeah, those look kind of cool.
It's a pot, and pots can be used to store things unseen, which maybe this game lacks. It would be nice to have a block you could hide something inside for another player to discover through interaction. I guess the closest thing we have is a chest you can't open, or a bundle in an item frame, except those aren't in the game yet, right? Anyway, you can also break the pot, which would have been a fun way to reveal
yeah, like
what's inside.
That's kind of cool.
You can't break pots at a distance with arrows though. Sure, a skeleton might accidentally shoot and break a pot on occasion, but couldn't that add a little more life and liveliness to the world? Not every feature has to be perfectly safe. Remember, lightning strikes can hit a freshly built wooden home and burn it to the ground. Lastly, archaeology.
That's why you turn fire tick off.
The whole thing is dull. Slowly swiping away at suspicious blocks with low chances of decent loot is tedious. The dig sites are also completely safe. No sense of risk and reward, with traps and other dangers lurking nearby as you gather your treasures. It really feels like a shallow feature that never got to live up to its potential. Perhaps the goal was to emulate a less exciting reality, in which case I'd say that is a poor choice.
It really sounded like they were going to go further with it, like back when they first introduced it. Like they introduced it in a basic way, but like it kind of sounded like they had like a big vision for it, and then all they ended up doing was just like creating a suspicious block and like a small space underneath existing things. I mean, I guess the ruins are kind of the beginning of that idea, but like the ruins aren't like, correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't like studied them, but the ruins are just like a hodgepodge of like some terracotta blocks. Like, to me, the ruins should have been like, I dig down in this and like I find something similar to like, oh, think like ancient city structures, right? These ancient city structures are like these like ruined like structures inside of ancient cities, and like you can kind of tell like, oh, like this would probably be a tower, this would probably be a living area. Like you kind of have these, like you could tell what the thing would be, but like these archaeology structures that you dig up, they don't really feel like structures. Like it'd been really cool if there was like you could like, they had like a dozen different options, and like you dig it up and you're like, oh man, like this is really cool. Like this used to be a house. Oh man, this was really cool. This used to be a tower. Like different things. Like they used to be different things. Oh, this used to be a blacksmith. Like that would have been really cool ways to do it.
Of reasoning when trying to add value to a computer game. At least the smithing templates can be duplicated. Once obtained, you can forget about the activity that got you them. The same can't be said of shards. There are 20 of them in total. But hey, let's flip the script. Maybe some things in this game should be unique and
okay, well maybe it does have that. Like I haven't even like really messed with them a whole lot. Like I've seen like pictures of the trail ruins and it just looks like a, I don't know. Like let's look one up right now. Hold on. Okay, like I guess that looks kind of cool. Like I don't really know what it is. It's like a walkway and like some structures. Okay. It feels out of place. Like what is this terracotta? Like why is it here? Like why am I finding this terracotta and sand and gravel inside of a jungle biome? I don't understand. It doesn't fit. Like I guess that's more of what I mean is like, it feels really out of, like, what is this? I don't understand what this is and why it's in a jungle. Maybe the player's supposed to like read something into it and create their own story behind it, but like it just feels extremely random. Like there should be things that like you see like, oh man, like yes, this is definitely like part of like a old like jungle structure. Like maybe it'd be made of like jungle wood and like some bamboo planks and like I don't know, some like cobble, like some mossy cobble and stuff like that. But instead, like you have sand, which is not in the jungle, and you have gravel, which is not in the jungle, and you have glazed terracotta, which could maybe work, but it feels like it's a little bit randomly placed. And you have terracotta, which is not in the jungle, like in mud blocks, which is also not in, like none of this actually like screams jungle to me. So maybe that's why I don't like it. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like this is in the middle of like the plains area. Again, it's like they all look the same. It's like the super bright crazy thing on like in a flat plains. Like it doesn't fit. So I guess maybe that's more of my criticism.
Rare, difficult to get hold of, and perhaps that was the point of them all along. If the act of obtaining them was exciting, I think it would have been a win-win. So as I said, the Trails and Tales update feels like a safe bet, a solid update where many types of player can find something to enjoy. I do doubt, however, it would rank among favourite updates for most players. With the Siren is still lingering in the community, it would be nice to see an update bring universal acclaim again. Of course, you can never please everyone, but what do Mojang need to do?
Thinking that the jungle overgrew it, maybe it wasn't. Yeah, but like it still doesn't make sense, and it's the same like thing everywhere. So like you have these structures that can be found in any biome, and it's the same. Like generally speaking, it's the same structure. Like they're constructed in the same way. You can find them anywhere. So it really is just more like they may like, and I'm sure this was probably the design process was they put together this thing with some bright colors and they're like, okay, now let's make like a few different variants of this and let's just stick it in the ground in every biome. Like it doesn't feel like it fits. Like there should be trail ruins for like all the different biomes. You know what I mean? Like different ones for different biomes that are made of different blocks and are shaped and look different ways. And like they could have, if they wanted to, they could have not had to do them all right away. Like that could have been a cool future update. Like what if they made trail ruins for only the jungles and the swamps? And then in the next update, they added a couple more trail ruins for the plains and the wooded and like dark oak forests. Like they could have just done, I feel like they could have done a lot better with it rather than, you know, having something that looks like my daughter threw a bunch of colors like at a structure and then buried it in the ground.
Do to win over players again. I don't have the answers, and with nothing yet known about 1.20.1, we could speculate endlessly on what could be added to the game, but I do
They will not do an end update.
A solid idea.
They're not going to do it.
The end dimension.
No.
It's a barren part of the game
They're not
that
going to do it.
serves just a handful of purposes. An
They're not.
overhaul is unlikely to rustle any feathers given how repetitive the landscapes are and how little content beyond the player's imagination.
You know why they're not going to do an end update? Because they're in this mode of doing the safe updates. And I'm going to laugh when they do it. I hope they do. Like, I would love to be wrong about this. And you guys, please come back as like, yo, Prowl, like you were wrong. Like you were 100% wrong. They did the end update. Like it's here. I hope you guys can tell me that. But like the end is going to be a big update to do if they do it all at once. Maybe they like add a biome to the end and then like they have the ability to do that over time. But like I just don't see them doing the end. Like 1% of players go to the end. Players are too scared to go out there. Like nobody's there. I guarantee you if you look at like statistics, like usage statistics in Minecraft, you probably have like 1% of players like actually go to the end, especially travel away from the like the main end island. So like they could spend a whole year working on 4 different biomes for the end, and then like half the amount of players to go to the nether or less go to the end. Like nobody's effectively, statistically, nobody's going to see it. Statistically, nobody's going to see it. You'll see it in videos. Like it'll look cool when you watch your favorite YouTuber do it. But then you're going to be like, yo, I'm scared to go there. Even with adding the cool stuff that people are going to be like, I don't know. Like it looks cool. I'm not doing that. if they made like a easier way to get there, like harder to like die in the void, if they made it like really like super easy, then yeah, maybe people would. But like the way that you get there, having to fight the Ender Dragon, having to go over this huge void where you're like, if you're not a careful player, like you're certainly going to die. My kids would never make it through the end on their own. They wouldn't. So they wouldn't try because they know they're not going to make it. That's just my opinion.
Is found here. Emulating the success of the Nether update could be relatively straightforward, as the end dimension is like a blank.
But if you look at Minecraft Dungeons, like the end update they did with Minecraft Dungeons was awesome. Like that was really cool. I would love it if they did that. It would be probably better than the Nether update. I really think that. So I hope they do it. I think they should make it more accessible, like easier to get to the end. But I definitely think they should do it. What if you got there via the ancient cities? I mean, that probably wouldn't, like, lore-wise, it wouldn't really make sense unless they added in, like, deep dark biome or something like that. Like, they could probably force it to work, but I don't think they will. But, like, it needs to be something where, like, it's a little bit easier for people to get there.
Canvas fit for new biomes and structures. These are familiar concepts that can feel fresh with the creative freedom the area of the game offers in its expansion.
Oh, and you know what they could do to make it to where players aren't just like lower end players, less skilled players aren't as scared to do it? What if there was like a game option to where like if you fall in the void, it just like it puts you back up on like the closest island? It's kind of like going out of bounds. They just put you back in bounds. It probably wouldn't be as bad for players then. Like I wouldn't be as scared. They wouldn't be as scared to like cross the islands and go over the void and stuff like that because they're just going to get put back in bounds. They went out of bounds, they get put back in bounds.
Also like to see Jeb, creator of the Ocean Monument, work on the game again, or at least his approach to game design. I've always thought this was a top-notch addition, adding challenge, adventure, and reward through a structure the player can conquer. The Guardian mob has a fantastic character in both aesthetics and behavior.
They're very simple.
Armed with gameplay knowledge can also make lighter work without entirely choosing the challenge at hand. The structure is home to unique blocks, and due to the spawning area of its native inhabitants, many a player have been encouraged to drain the ocean and undertake mega builds in order to farm materials and build an impressive spectacle in the process. This unified approach of themed blocks and mobs within a...
But wouldn't that be the same as playing Keep Inventory? Not really, because if you're Keep Inventory, like you're going to end up respawning back in the overworld. You have to go all the way back out to get there. I think it would just be, I don't know. I'm just thinking of like what would be some good things to get it to where players go to the end. Like your average, like your normie player goes to the end. You make it a little bit easier to get there, and you give them an option to where there's not a penalty to falling in the void, other than just like a little bit of time of like walking back to where you were or something.
Structure that offers rewards for conquering it seems to work well. Take the end cities, also designed by Jeb. The vertical exploration pairs well with the shulker box's elevation.
Yeah, end cities were pretty cool.
Offering a wildly different experience from typical Minecraft PvE. Shulker shells looted along the way are invaluable, and collecting an elytra at the end is a huge payoff, at least when getting your first, because after that you can continuously fly to the end city boats and snag all the best loot. My suggestion is pretty open-ended, and honestly, I don't have much to offer beyond pointing out what many of you already know. The end is a blank canvas for more content, and also a place to be bold and daring. But with my critiques of 1.20, I did touch on some decent game design ideals to bring forth. For example, pastel colors are underrepresented, so new blocks addressing
it'd be a good place to add those.
Spectrum would be most welcome. Giving new uses to old plants like bamboo does no harm and enriches the existing game. Quality of life changes like those to the sign are an easy win, and there is plenty of room for old systems to be improved.
It isn't the void, it's a dragon. Yeah, but like I can include that in like an easier way to get there. Maybe you don't have to spawn on the center island where you're forced to fight the dragon to like go out to the islands. Maybe fighting the dragon should just be more of like I get a reward of a bunch of levels. I get the dragon egg. Maybe like a cool drop or something. I don't know. But it'd be more of like I want to do it, not I'm forced to do it to like travel the end.
Like the camel, adding mobs should be done with at least a few distinguishing mechanics beyond its aesthetic appearance. Fulfilling old promises would be another crowd pleaser too. The birch biome overhaul, a use for the fletching table, finally adding bundles, and what about the PvP update? The last few years have been rocky. I think that going low-key on the next update and plucking some of this low-hanging fruit in the process would be a good move. Either way, it feels like the community is in need of an update we can rally around.
Oh man, I've been thinking of playing. I'm not going to go on this tangent, but I've been thinking of trying out some better Minecraft.
And really renew the excitement for this game that nothing else has been able to dislodge from its throne. There is still no other experience out there quite like Minecraft, and after a rocky couple of years, it seems evident we could all do with a win. If you have any of your own ideas and opinions you'd like to share, join in the conversation down below with a comment. I look forward to reading them. And don't forget about the Hermitcraft TCG cards. If you want a collector's edition card, they are available to order until the end of the month, so check the link in the description box. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.
All right, that's it for Mr. Xisuma Void. I agree with almost everything he said. I just had a lot of extra things I wanted to add in there. I'm sure most of you guys know who Xisuma Void is. If you don't, make sure you drop him a follow. Go leave him a like on the video. Here's a link to the video right here. If you don't subscribe to his channel, subscribe to it. He's always really good for coming up with good ideas and opinions and things like that. So awesome video from him. Hopefully I was able to add in some extra thoughts that you guys got you thinking a little bit and that sort of thing. And I'm going to cut the recording right there. And I'm going to, we'll post this as a video on this channel. Hope maybe a few people will want to watch it. I don't know how many people care about my opinion. It's pronounced Xisuma Void. I wouldn't mind a geology update where you could find different types of geodes and crystals. I mean, there's just so many things they could add to Minecraft. Oh gosh. There's so many things they could add to Minecraft, and there's so many mods that showcase those things. But yeah, I guess that kind of summarized my thoughts of what's going on in Minecraft right now. Some areas I think they're going wrong. Some areas I think that are going good. And yeah, good video by Xisuma for sure. All right, let's hop into Minecraft. I have a little bit of time left before I need to go to my in-laws. So for those of you that didn't see it, I'm going to show you before the video comes out, because I'm going to have the video come out this weekend probably. I will show you the super duper ultra fast mining technique that I've now measured is 2.3 times faster than previously known methods of mining. And you know what? I'm going to share something with you here. I'm going to try I'm not going to phrase it in this way anywhere else because I don't want them to nerf this, and I think they will eventually. But I believe I have found a bug. And this bug has to do with the fact that when you crouch and sneak with Swift Sneak, you can hit the sprint button and you can sprint. You can't do that on Java. I tested it. So we can move at 1 speed, and I can sprint sneak is what I've been calling it. Sprint sneak. So I'm pretty sure that's a bug, and at some point they may remove it. So this method, you guys, if you're going to use it, you better use it soon, because I don't think it's going to be here forever. You can sprint sneak build as well. Yeah, I mean, just sprint sneaking is a thing on Bedrock, and it's not on Java. On top of the fact that on Bedrock, remember, we have the ability to insta-mine blocks that are at full distance away, which is a bug as well. It's been here. It's been like this since Bedrock was a thing. So it's a 5-year-old. That's a 5-year-old plus bug. But the combination of these two things is going to give us what you guys can see here. All right, so we get ourselves in the sneak position. We mine out to that max distance, and typically, if you're playing on Java Edition, you can go this fast. If you're playing on Bedrock normally, you can go this fast. But because Bedrock Edition has this bug where you insta-mine these deep slate blocks at distance, and this bug where you can sprint mine, you can now sprint sneak mine. And what I did in the video, you guys will see it, I measured how many block faces that I uncover. Every time you mine a block, one block, you uncover 5 block faces that you could possibly see a diamond. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I did a 5-minute run, and we're talking about distance here. We're not talking about number of diamonds. We're just talking about distance. I did a 5-minute run, And I made it 2.3 times further. I uncovered 2.3 times more block faces. The problem for me is night vision. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to have night vision. Like, if you don't have it, you can still see the diamonds. But it does help. But anyways, it's you're gonna find you increase your probability of finding diamonds by 2.3 times because you're just uncovering 2.3 times more blocks. So this is 2.3 times faster than the method that you're using right now, or more, depending on what method you're using. So if you want to find diamonds the fastest, like, this is by far the best way to do it. And then, like, you can maximize it by doing stuff like this to leave yourself less time, like having to, like, get up and down in the sneak position and wasting trapdoors and that sort of thing. Don't forget having lime green. Oh, fungus. What layer is best to use this method on? Why -54? So while I was doing my tutorial, look, I'm gonna keep it dark here. It's pretty hard to see, but if we keep going here, like, seeing diamonds should be pretty easy. But I highly recommend -54, because you're gonna have, oftentimes, depending on where you are, I mean, you might be lucky and it might not happen to you, but I've run across numerous times where I go right over top of a lava lake, and that could be a big problem if you're going lower, because it's gonna flow into your tunnel. You're gonna have to, like, stop it and go around it or go above it, and you're gonna waste a lot of time. You get a little bit more diamonds at those lower levels, but to me, it's not worth the slowdowns that you may hit if you run into a lava lake. So, like, we've been pretty unlucky here so far in terms of finding diamonds, but I want to run across some so you guys can see that they're pretty easy to come across. That was redstone. Oh, there we go. So look, if I'm going down, like, if you have max brightness turned on, like, you should be able to see that. I mean, I mined right into one too, which helped even more. But, like, you guys can pretty easily see that. But yeah, like, if you can do night vision, it's obviously, like, extremely easy this way. Okay, doesn't look like any more diamonds. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to, like, cover this up. Make sure I picked up all of those diamonds that we uncovered, and we're just going to continue on. You can always see them on your way back too. Oh man, I missed that one. Okay, let's get ourselves back into sneak position. We're not going to worry about the trapdoor. Just bring a stack of trapdoors with you. You're wasting time by placing torches. You're wasting time by, like, taking the trapdoor up. It's just a trapdoor. It's not like they're hard to get. Let's just leave it. And actually, I'm going to share another secret with you for the way back, because you mentioned the way back, right? But here, just to make things simple, we're gonna keep going until I run across diamonds one more time. You actually, if you just run back, you actually just made your method that you're doing 50% slower. Especially if you're able to sprint mine like this. You literally make it 50% slower. All right, let's see. We get lucky. Like, if you're looking for redstone, such a good way to find a lot of redstone. Ooh, look at this. See, place those blocks down. It makes it so easy to just keep going. Oh, here we go. Oh, let's not make those sounds, please. You're screwing me. Okay, so we've made it this far, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over 1, 2, 3, like this, okay? And now, oops, what did I just do? And now I'm going to do my return back this way. So now my entire return trip that I'm doing at max speed because I'm sprinting is uncovering 5 block faces for every block that I uncover. So we're like 100. Oh. Oh, I know what that's from. See, look, we hit a lava lake right here. There's like a lava flow there. I should be able to pop over now. Okay, we're back in our line. Big brain mining, it is. Could probably move over 4 blocks, leaving 3. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's the same. Like you're probably just as likely to run across the same amount of diamonds, no matter how many blocks you move over, as long as it's at least 3. Run across the gravel is very annoying. But again, really easy to deal with. All right, let's see how many more diamonds we get on the way back. Like, you get a really solid diamond return. So for you guys that are going through and you're like trying to get a lot of diamonds to make netherite armor because the templates are expensive, or you want to like have several different sets of the new armor trim, and that's really expensive to do. Here, let me split that up. This is the way to get your diamonds, guys. Just come down here and sprint sneak mine to get all your diamonds. We still have another 500 blocks to go. That's how far we went in that short period of time. 500 blocks to get back to my main tunnel. Yeah, but I ain't never been in the deep dark. Yeah, deep dark could be a scary place. Oh, here we go. Another little trick, like if I don't want to have to get down there, this looks like a single diamond. What I can do, I can cover this back up. If I put this down here, it raises the diamonds up for me, and I get to pick it up without having to get out of my sneak position. Does that have to be max enchanted netherite pick? Yes, it needs to be efficiency 5 netherite pick. Efficiency 5 diamond pick does not work. Efficiency 4 netherite pick does not work. It has to be efficiency 5 netherite. The trapdoor sneaking is in experimental mode in the main game. So in your game world, if you go to like your world settings and you go down to experiments, you can enable crawling. It will disable achievements. This will very likely be in the main game in the next minor update. So it'll probably be actually available to everybody without the disabling of achievements in about a month. But look at how fast this is. We are sprint mining for diamonds, guys. This is insane. All right, let's look like there's anything else here. So we just plop a couple blocks back down and we keep on going. You still can get down. Yeah, you can still do it with the water bucket, but like the water bucket wastes so much time. You have to place it, you have to pick it up. There's this like weird bug in Bedrock Edition now where like if you're inside of a water stream, you cannot scoop up the water with a water bucket. So that part sucks. You have to like get the sprint down right. It's such a pain in the butt. So I would just enable it. Like, does anybody really care about achievements? Achievements are so annoying. We're about 100 blocks away. I do. I just can't see caring about achievements. They're once per account. Like you can't do anything fun with your world. You can't have like add-ons that do fun things. Like you can't do much of anything, and it's such like a novelty like thing. They don't actually like, you don't get anything from it. You just get to say that you like jumped from a high place and like landed on something. All right, and we should be getting back within the next 100 blocks. Oh, look, more diamonds. Oh, my night vision potion wore out. I now can't see. I don't want to drink the next one because I don't know that we're gonna get a lot of use out of it. Here, let's just finish up. Emotes and other things? I don't know. It just doesn't feel that important to me. Okay, so I'm going to build up a few more points here, use them, then swap back over to my gifted sub name. Okay, sweet one. So how did you guys feel about the React segment? Would you like to see more of those for like people that have like hot takes and stuff like that, to where like we could go through and like talk about these things? I can give my opinion on stuff from like a bedrock content creator's perspective. We can debunk things that are wrong, talk about like cool points that people have and like discuss them out further and that sort of thing. Look, we got another 41 diamonds. This is so powerful. Let's take these up top. The fake death emote literally makes you invisible. It's OP. What, for like PvPing or something? I can't even tell you how useful your auto smelter setup. Awesome. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, we're gonna need to do a lot of these diamond mining session, guys. Some of you probably haven't like been up to date with everything that's going on the guide. Look at this. Like, we're rolling in diamonds all of a sudden. This is awesome. But like, look at all this work. We have to make all of these armor trims. We have to make all of these armor trims. It's going to cost quite a bit. It'll cost a lot. Anyways, I do that that whole method. I have a big video on it comparing it to the old method, showing like talking about all the mechanics behind it, showing the like actual effectiveness side by side so you can kind of like see it live. It's gonna be a good video. It should come out, like I said, Saturday or Sunday. Sasha, see you later. I haven't seen season 3 of the guide because it's hard to watch it order because there are videos and streams. I'm pretty sure there's a playlist that's only videos, if I'm not mistaken. And all of the videos are numbered, and like you could tell the videos are the ones that are like 15 to 30 minutes, and the streams are the ones that are like multiple hours. It's not that hard to distinguish between the two. Do you have the silence armor trim yet? Yeah, we found it in one of the last streams. I found it in the first chest of my second ancient city. I just got my first 5 ancient debris. Now I got to find a lucky bastion. Yeah. Sprint mining ancient debris is just as fast and you clear 2 blocks high. It is, but here's the thing. So here's the calculation you have to make, Papa Snuffy. If you clear 2 blocks at a time, you are doubling. For every pickaxe swing, you are revealing 4 block faces per pickaxe swing. So you wear down your pickaxe faster for the amount of blocks that you uncover. And so there's just like this slight calculation of efficiency of your pickaxe to take into consideration. If you want to do it if you want to do it the fastest way, considering that, and you want to do the single mining block. But if you want to just be outright fast, let's say you have like a shulker box full of pickaxes, you have an easy way to mend them. Yeah, you're actually faster, because in the same amount of time that you could do like the 1 block mining method, in the same amount of time you can uncover 8 block faces instead of 5. So it is faster to do the 2 at a time. Yeah, I heard how long it took Silent. He got very unlucky. Yeah, like it's definitely faster to do it that way, Snuffy. Gotta bounce. Have a great weekend. All right, Addict, see you guys. See you later. Don't you have curated playlist? I thought you did. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Yeah, I have a Bedrock Guide playlist. And I think I have a Bedrock Guide plus stream playlist. I think there's 2. So if you don't want to see the streams, you just do the regular Bedrock Guide playlist. If you do want to see the streams, then you watch the one with the streams in it. The instant mining might be going away. They're bringing blocks into parity with Java and how long they take to mine. Yeah, but like, so yeah, it's a related mechanic, but it's not the same thing. The block timings are the same in this case. What's different is that just Bedrock has this weird bug where like you insta mine things with the right tool at max distance. So it's not directly related to that. I would imagine that they will fix it at some point, at which point it will kill this method. So I would recommend start using it like ASAP. Oh, yeah, Timmy. No, I put everything into playlists. Anyone else just loading screen? Oh no, Jaden's having technical difficulties. I guess I'm gonna go back down the bottom. Hey, Mercedita! The map that Silent is on was insanely unlucky, as they found a total of 2 of that trim on their map. What does that mean on their map? On what map? On that seed? I mean, you can infinitely go out, but yeah, I mean, he definitely got unlucky. Ah! How much faster do you fall than an item? Is it not? That's weird. What happened to that bottle I threw? That's kind of strange. I'm sad my world won't load the resource packs that I don't have, and it won't generate the world. Wouldn't it be a proper Prowl stream without technical difficulties? Isn't there a redeem for that? No, there's not. There's not a redeem. Problem with the Bedrock Guide videos is that I like to see some of grinding things like mining, building, etc. But most of those things are on the stream, not a video. I mean, I don't know what you want from me, Samwise. I mean, most people don't like seeing that stuff. They want you to get to the point. So I have videos for people that want to get to the point and just like learn something. And then I have streams for people that want to see the grind work. So I'm like, that's my way of appeasing everybody. Wow, something like 10,000 blocks from spawn in all directions. Wow. Xbox hasn't updated yet, and I've got 73 netherite ingots to use up. It's not that bad, Snuffy. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you have to. That's a lot of diamonds that you have to get. A whole lot. All right, guys. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it a stream now. It's been almost a couple hours. Like I said, I'm missing out on Family Friday right now, and I guarantee you my niece is there asking for me. So I'm going to hop off. Hold on, my wife said something. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, and I will see you guys. I have a busy weekend this weekend. It's possible. Oh, we have a. Oh, hey, we do have a community game night tomorrow night. It is Fortnite though. We're doing a community Fortnite game night. So anybody wants to play some Fortnite Zero builds with us tomorrow night, roughly 8 p.m. Eastern time, be there. This is going to be fun. Keep in mind, it is not PG-13 Prowl. It is definitely above PG-13 Prowl. Let me see if there's anybody for us to raid out to. Usually there's not, but sometimes there is. Wraith is live, but he's playing League of Legends. Anybody else playing Minecraft? I mean, not that I know or trust any of you guys to. Okay, I'll send you out to Wraith. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'll catch you soon.